Hello everyone, can you hear me and see a marble background? It's a little delayed. It'll show on my... Okay, it says I'm live. So, hi everyone, thanks for joining me tonight. I apologize for the last minute switch up. My video is still currently uploading. It'll show on my... Oh, let me turn that down. Yeah, so my video has been uploading all day and I'm worried that it's gonna crash at the very end. So I decided to go live. Hi Judy, thanks for joining me. Tina, Amy, Patricia, Stacy, and Sue. All right, so I'm currently at a campground in Texas. And like I said, I've been having internet problems, so I have Taylor on standby if something happens.
Hello.
So he'll be hanging around for the first couple minutes, and if everything looks good, he'll probably go away. Yes, I'm basically working on my hotspot, and I bought the internet for the campground, and sometimes it works well and sometimes it doesn't, so I'm going off of my hotspot at the moment. People are saying hi to you.
Hello. Nice seeing you guys again.
Melissa, hello from fishing grounds in Alaska.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's nice.
All right, so I'm gonna let a couple more people come in, and I'm still gonna let my current upload post after this live. I'll probably delete this live and post my pre-recorded video. But I just wanted to get this out before people, go to bed, and I'm already 30 minutes later than I planned on posting, so. But I'm seeing a lot of people coming in. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab everything for this collection. And I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing before we get started here. Fairly well organized already since I already filmed this. I just want to make sure I go in order. So this is first, then that, and then this is last. I do have my 3 cats camping with us in a little RV. Oh, and yep, here's Goose. I also have lights, so I have to make sure he doesn't tip them over. Yes. Okay, so my mom's in the chat. She's gonna try her best to post links as I go. That's Charlie. She's gonna try to post links as I am showcasing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the new pop-up die. And all of our bundles are going to be 10% off through Monday night. So definitely take advantage of that. We won't have a sale on this release for 4th of July. We're excluding this collection. So this would be the best time to get these bundles if you really like them. So our new pop-up is an A7 sized suitcase, and you can make it fold flat for mailing, and you can also turn it into a mini album, which is really cool. I'll show you the samples. And these particular cards take a little bit longer than your average pop-up card. I mean, already pop-up cards take a little bit longer, but these, because you can basically make them into an album, they take several hours. So we don't have quite as many card samples as normal, but they're really spectacular card designs. My mom helped me out on a few of them, and they're some of my favorite cards that her and I have ever made. We also made a couple scrapbook layouts. So you're gonna see that a lot of these dies work super well for scrapbooking. And I'm gonna pull out my little box of what I call die cut stickers. If you saw the live with my mom last week, you probably saw this box. It's gotten bigger because we've added more to it. But basically, from all of these sets I'm about to show you, we prepped stickers. That's the best way I can describe these because they're small and you can stick them on a card or on a layout. So these are all just die cuts from all the various sets that I'm about to show you. And they're pretty itty bitty small with tons of detail. I mean, look at that Florida. There's a sun, a gator, an umbrella, and a flamingo. I got a cowboy hat. So you'll see each individual set, like which one goes with each set, but I just wanted to give you a general overview of what we've been doing lately. And the reason I prepped this box is because Taylor and I are on a 7-week trip. We're going to different craft shows. Right now we're in Texas. We just got here like a day and a half ago. And I needed to have pre-made elements to do future lives and future videos. So I'm using these on a travel journal. And I'll be filming that in the future. So I'm all ready to go. All I have to do is really stick my photos onto a scrapbook album. I even prepped an album, which I have a video for, which you'll see sometime next week. So all of those little stickers I just showed you coordinate with the suitcase. But the suitcase itself, you can see this is what you can create with it on its own. You get all of the layering pieces to decorate it, and these buckles are what keep the card closed. We also frequently use magnets, which I am now selling in my shop. So if you like the samples where the cards are closed tightly with a magnet, you can purchase them in my shop. And I'm seeing some questions. Do you have a laying guide for the corner bookmarks? No, I do not. All right, so this suitcase does come in 2 sets, so it's another really large die set. So this creates the box that will transform it into an album. Then you get the decorative pieces, the little tag that you can add to the top of the handle, and then you have 2 different handle options. This one, and this is more of like a traditional suitcase, and this is more of a decorative suitcase handle. You get all the layering pieces. This piece here is a die that cuts corners out so you can slip in a 3x4 photo and put that inside the album box. If you saw my live last week with my mom, I made the box by itself with that like file folder insert piece on the inside where you can put your photos or you can add a little message inside. And then this is the part that creates the actual accordion inside the file folder. So a really large set here. And then, of course, I had to create some add-ons here. So the first one we have is the US badge die set. So the inspiration behind this collection is a summer US road trip. I was highly inspired, by my life right now. I wanted to create a camping / road tripping themed collection to document Taylor and I's travels to the different states we're going to. So this one has pretty much everything you need to decorate a road trip USA suitcase. I also included a cruise ship because I know a lot of people cruise, and you can also put your like Alaska or your Caribbean photos on the inside of this suitcase. Have a couple camping inspired badges in there. I did take these out of the packaging so I can show you, what's underneath the flap, because these sets are very large. Like I put in loads of detail into these sets. There's not quite as many dies as we normally have, but these sets could have been broken into smaller sets, but I purposely left them large, and you'll see why as we get to the region sets. Where in Texas are you? We're in Bridgeport, and we're going to be going to the Denton CKC show this weekend. All right, so then we have the international badges. I'm trying to get it without the glare. And I tried to represent as many countries as I could because I know, a lot of my customers are not based in the US, so I wanted to make sure that at least part of this collection could work well for my European and, international customers. So in this set, I have London, the UK, Paris, / France, Canada, Germany, Mexico, China, Japan, Egypt, Australia, Brazil, Spain, India. So I fit as many pieces as I could onto this set. And then lastly, we have the travel essentials, and I really like this set by itself, but obviously you can use the different pieces with the suitcase. So in this one, you get the hat, the map, the camera, the passport with the airline tickets, some sunglasses, and binoculars. Again, another nice large set. I like that this could be used just as a plain suitcase without any badges. The badges are really cute in my opinion because it's almost like you're collecting them like you would if you're a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout, or if you're slowly road tripping the US, you can add a badge to your suitcase, which is adorable. But this set really looks great on its own. All right, so that is the first bundle that we have. And then we have our region sets, and these have been very popular this morning as predicted. These took a very long time for me to illustrate because, as you can see, they are ginormous sets. I could have, sold every single state individually, but it just would not have been practical for me. So I split all the states into the regions of the US. The first one I have here is the Midwest, which is surprisingly the largest. I was honestly unsure if I was going to have a ton of ideas for the Midwest, but I was very inspired by lakes, the Great Lakes. So in this set, we have a Chicago badge, North Dakota, Keep It Real for fishing, Paddle On. We have like a little farm scene that would work for Iowa, a little Adirondack chair. And a lot of these sets you can interchange. So obviously an Adirondack chair would work well for South Carolina, Florida, North Carolina. We have a little van with a canoe at the top, and almost every set has a car in the set. So those have been my favorite dies to work with from these. We have Michigan, a little lighthouse scene, and I hope the camera's picking up all the detail on the layers that are on these little dies. So let me see if I can find that. So here's that lighthouse, and you get all the layering pieces to make a single small little sticker, but they're very satisfying to put together. And in my little box, which I'll bring out again, I did like double and triple layer these so that they're almost like chipboard stickers. So this is a set or a sticker from the international set, and I still have a lot of them pre-cut. I still have to assemble them, but they're really fun to put together. They take a long time, but they're so worth it. All right, and then let's keep going here. We have Missouri, Kansas, the Great Lakes state. I did Michigan twice. And then Nebraska has a little cowboy with like canyon scene in the back. So that one would work well for like Utah or Texas. So you can definitely use more than one badge representing more than one state. So there's that's Minnesota with a little lake scene. And then there's Indiana with the cardinal. All right, I'm gonna pause and see if there's any questions. Thank you, Mom, for dropping some links out for me. All right, so I don't see any questions, so we'll keep going. The next set we have is the Southeast, which is where my home state is. So I did a couple images for Florida. So we have the main state. We also have a Mickey head and a roller coaster representing Disney, or I guess Orlando. And then we have a Jeep with a surfboard, and that little Jeep obviously, again, can work for North Carolina, South Carolina, or Florida. A cowboy hat for Tennessee, a guitar, and a Tennessee whiskey bottle. I have New Orleans on this set with a couple images. Outer Banks, North Carolina. West Virginia, Virginia, and Alabama. That can be fitted onto a little luggage tag, which is really cute coming off of the Suitcase. And then just some flip-flops for the beach for Florida. And then again, I'm going to open up this little flap down here because there are so many pieces. These dies have anywhere between 30 to 50 dies in each set. Oh yeah, California, I forgot to even mention that one. Would be great with the surfboard, with the Jeep. So next up we have the Northeast. Again, I'll show you all the individual sets. All of these sets have a minimum of 30 dies, but the Midwest one I think has 50 dies. So I'll flip it over to the back so you can see the badges you can create with this one. So we have Connecticut with the little yellow bird. You can also switch that out for New Jersey. Then we have a cab, I Love New York shirt, Statue of Liberty. Did a couple for New York. You'll probably notice in some of these sets I have a bias towards certain states because there's like more ideas I had for them. Pennsylvania, Vermont with the maple syrup is really cute. The bell from Pennsylvania. Cape Cod and Maine. Some seashells and an anchor, which again, you can mix those up with the Florida set. And you can also change out Cape Cod. You can change that to Vermont. Or I'm sorry, Vermont goes with this one and Cape Cod goes with this one. So it's the same banner, but it's on two different settings. Then we have the western part of the United States. This includes Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California, Montana, Idaho. And this one's also one of my favorite sets. I really love that Vegas sign. And I have a couple photos from Vegas, so I can't wait to scrapbook with the sign. And then also I have the suits of the cards, dice as well. You can swap out the Idaho on the Polaroid with Montana or Colorado. I have a couple California images in there, including a video film wheel, the little clapper. I don't know what those are called. All right, and then for Washington, I have the Space Needle. I almost forgot the name of that. And then I have Yellowstone National Park down there in the corner. And I really wanted to do a set that was just national parks because I know visiting the national parks is a bucket list for a lot of people. But I only did Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon because I feel like, in my opinion, those are the two most well-known, but I would have loved to keep making more of them. So maybe in the future, I can do that. So then lastly, we have the Southwest, which is where we currently are, Texas. And I have a nice large image for Texas. There's only 3 states, so this one was really easy to do. This is Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. And that one has the Grand Canyon little badge on there. And I just think it would be so cute to collect all of the national park badges and put them all onto one suitcase. I have the TP, the Route 66 sign, a bull, a cowboy boot, a cactus, a cow, and a little Albuquerque hot air balloon. So this one is one of my favorite sets. It's the smallest of all of them because there's only 3 states, but I think it's really pretty. All right, I'm gonna pull out my box so you can see what a couple of these look like. So here's Texas. So I will be putting my first layout in my travel journal is going to be Texas, if Taylor will let me take photos. I have another Texas somewhere. Oh, here we go. I have a sunset and then like a nighttime scene. And these are triple layered. And if you are going to the Denton show this weekend, which I see some people are talking about that, we unfortunately will not have this collection in time for that release. They literally, everything for this collection just came out. We just got a shipment for them. So I won't have them until the Houston show, which is in a couple weeks. But yeah, I just absolutely love the Texas. And then let me see, here's that Jeep. You can just see all of the tiny details. That's from the Travel Essentials. Here is the Grand Canyon emblem. Look at every single detail on that. And you can go in with a pen and outline the text. So let me see if I can find one that doesn't have the outline. So here's two. I made two, I think I made 3 of these because I have a couple Vegas photos. Okay, here's a good example. So in this set, I went over the Nevada and the welcome with the pen, and in this set, I left the engraving on it, which is also pretty. Let me know which one you like more, because with the pen, it is still a little bit shaky, but I still like the look of it. It looks kind of like hand written. Here's the Georgia peach. I don't even know if I pointed out that I had a Georgia one, but there it is. This is the map from the Travel Essentials and the camera. I like that these are nice and large, so they look nice with the suitcase. Here's the hat from that set. And then we have California, which is another big state. New Mexico. The sunglasses, which are from the Travel Essentials. The Tennessee whiskey one is one of my favorites. I don't know if the camera picks up that engraving, but it's really cool. Also love the international sets. We have Rome with the Colosseum. I have Brazil. And the international set has the postage stamp, and you can basically put anything you want inside the postage stamp. So I have Brazil, and then I had a Greece one as well. Here's Spain. There's that little cruise ship all layered up, and I love that it's super thick. New Orleans. Here's that Yellowstone. This one I did not go over the text. I left it as the engraved. I don't even know if I pointed out this little van. I think this one is in the Midwest set. Or no, this one's in the California set, possibly. I did 2 kinds of vans. Space Needle, TP. Still trying to find that one from Greece. Japan, I like the Japan. I like how simple it is. Egypt, France, and the London. And here's an example of how long it took to make this single piece, probably like at least 15 minutes. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. We now are moving on to the camping part of this collection. And we do have a bundle for all of you happy campers out there. So the first set is a camper. Ours is a lot bigger than this. I have a 5th wheel, but I wanted to create like a traditional cutesy little camper. And it's a good size. It's basically A2 size, but you can combine it with all the other camping sets to make a really cool scene. Then we have the hiking gear set. And in this one, you can create a backpack, a shoe, a compass, and then the sentiment adventure awaits that you can also combine with Life with You is an adventure. and then your next adventure awaits. So you can combine that with other text. Then you get all the layering pieces, and these are also quite large, so they look fantastic on an Alaskan spread. And I did not have any badges specific for Hawaii or Alaska, and the reason why is because I want to do a dedicated release for Alaska and for Hawaii, because my goal is to go to Alaska next year. So then we have Bear Crossing, and I really like this set. It has a bear, it has the little camping arrows, so you can either put caution bears in area, or you can do trails, picnic, camp, you know, so it points out the direction of where everything is. And then these trees, I love these trees because you can put them on any card. They're nice fillers. They would look fantastic for winter cards. So you can change up the second layer, the detail layer. You can make it white so that they look like they're snowy. I have another tree set, and this one includes a big yellow tent. So this one's great for scene building. You get a campfire, some different styled trees, a tree stump with the lantern, and a sleeping bag, and then all the layers for the tent. Next up, we have camping essentials. And this one I love because they're very small images and they work with the storefront. My mom made the coolest card ever. She turned our storefront into a log cabin, and she decorated it with all these small images. So you get Happy Camper, but you can also have it say Happy Retirement. It's hiding under that flap. And I should have taken these ones out as well so you could see what's under these flaps. But you can have Happy Camper or Happy Retirement. And then you get all the accessories. The propane tank is adorable. The grill, the chairs with the table setting, some roasted marshmallows and hot dogs, and a fishing pole. So again, these are all bundled together, 10% off through this weekend. It's going to be the best deal we're gonna have for a while. Okay, next up, we have some standalone dies, and this is the freebie, so I'll talk about that one last. But first up, we have the stacked suitcase die set. And this is a nice large image. It's about A2 size, but it looks great on scrapbook layouts. So you'll see a sample made with this. You also get the sentiment, your journey has just begun, and it's very, very detailed. There's all the layering pieces. I wanted to do another stacked set after I created the stacked books in the last collection, and I thought this would be really perfect with that suitcase theme. Then we have the vintage road trip set, and this has been the absolute fan favorite of this entire collection. I mean, I really like this set, but I think people are drawn to it because it's very masculine looking. And last year we brought out the Lighthouse collection, which was arguably more masculine than this one, but I wanted to make sure I had a couple masculine sets in here. So this one has a vintage Corvette, a vintage gas pump, a light post, and a little suitcase. And this one is just really popular, and I'm really glad because I think it's super cute. Yes, perfect for scrapbooking. If you're doing like a Route 66 layout, this would be perfect. And you could combine it with the Route 66 on one of those badge sets from the Southwest set. But then we have our road sign die set, and I absolutely love this set as well because these make perfect stickers, especially for any kind of US road trip scrapbook layout. And you get all the road signs that you can think of. We have Are We There inside the license plate, but you can swap Are We There with either, let's see, You're Great or Thank You. So it'd be adorable little thank you card for for a guy that likes cars. And then we have Miles of Smiles, Scenic Route. All of these sentiments are definitely geared a little bit towards scrapbookers. And I had so much fun kind of dusting off my scrapbook supplies and making a couple layouts. I forgot how much I enjoyed scrapbooking. I know they take longer, and for me they're more difficult in terms of coming up with different compositions, but the end result just looks so great. Anyway, you also get some arrows, pit stop, speed limit 65. You can see everything that's in there. It's another large set, but these are great little fillers for a lot of the products in this collection. All right. Then, we're not done yet. Like I said, it's a big collection. There's not as many dies, but there's so many pieces in each die set that it almost is like a super large collection. All right, so now we have the most exciting bundle, the best deal of the entire collection, and that is our Adventure Awaits card kit. This is valued at $113, and it is $89.95, so it's 25% off in savings. Once it's gone, and I don't have a lot of the stamp sets, so if I do restock this kit, which I might not, I don't know yet, the stamp will take probably 3 or 4 weeks to come in. So if you like, oh, my mom's correcting me, it's $84.95, not $89.95. But yeah, if you like this one, I would grab it fast because I don't have as many stamps for this kit. Also, I forgot to mention the Suitcase bundle also has the magnets that I used in some of my card designs. You get a set of 10 magnets, so you'll see in the card samples, how those are used. But anyway, we have the Adventure Awaits paper pad, 6 by 8.5 inches. Just go ahead and show you the designs in here. So you guys know I always reuse my die set designs in my pattern paper so that everything coordinates together. So there's that vintage car set, just some stars, all the little cars from the various badge sets. This beauty on the left is the stamp set that's in this card kit. And I'm actually gonna pull out the stamp set so you can see. This image is true to size, so this is slightly larger than A7. And the reason why is because there is so much detail in this stamp that I had to size it up in order to meet the spec guidelines for my manufacturer. I actually had to find another manufacturer to make this stamp for me because there is so much detail in it. And I want to show you the colored version because it's obviously a lot easier to see and it's quite pretty. You get 4 of these in the paper pad, so if you are not a colorist, you can just cut this out and put it on a scrapbook layout. But just let's take a minute to really enjoy and take a look at this stamp because this took me, I think, well over 30 hours to completely illustrate and color. But I wanted to make sure, if I was going to do a US road trip theme, I had to represent every single state in the country, and I think it's pretty awesome. You're going to see that some of these look familiar. I did turn a couple of these states into dies because I could not I had to have them as dies as well, but there's a couple here that you probably don't recognize. Anyway, so that's the stamp that's in that collection, or in the card kit. And then there are a couple sentiments: let the adventure begin, home is where you park it, happy retirement, enjoy the journey, embrace the detours, it's not the destination, it's the journey, RV there yet, life is meant for good friends and great adventures, go to your happy place. Really fun, uplifting summer sentiments. What about Arizona? Arizona's in the Southwest badge set, but here's Arizona here. I went with a canyon scene. All right. Then we got some more stars. The RV camper colored in 2 different ways. Yes, there is the badge for Arizona's in the Southwest region. So you can go on the website and see that. We have the USA badges. the little airplanes, some more road signs. This little station wagon is coming up. I'm about to show you that one, but those are more road signs with that. This is from the Travel Essentials with the camera and the binoculars, and then it just repeats. So each paper is there 4 times. All right, so that little station wagon, which is another fan favorite, my mom featured it last week on the live. It's included in this A7 map die set. So this is A7 size, and it coordinates with all 3 pieces here, including the stamp. So you can stamp the map onto the die cut map, fold it up, and then you can take your stitched lines and map out your route if you are road tripping. So in my case, you know, my little stitched line would go from Florida to Texas to Colorado, back to Texas, up to Pennsylvania, down to South Carolina, and back to Florida. So we're doing like one big triangle for our trip this year. So I love this map. My mom had a really cute idea with it that I'll show you. You also get the words Bon Voyage and Road Trip. I'll go ahead and show you the back there. And then you get all the tiny layering pieces for that station wagon as well. And then on that map, you can also use this stencil set. And in my video premiere, I had a insert of what this looks like when you stencil it, but you guys are gonna have to look at the website because I can't insert a photo during a live. But this basically creates another US map, but it's like an elevation map with trees and mountainscapes. It's a little bit different and it's hard to explain, but there's 5 layering stencils in this set. And then lastly, I have the outline of the United States, and I really just wanted this so that I can put this inside my travel journal on the inside cover, and I can fill in and pop in all of the states that we're traveling to. And then at some point in the next couple years, hopefully this whole map will be colored, and I plan on using fun colors for every state. So this one is A7 size. This will fit on an A7 card. Like I said, also the stencil will fit on an A7 card. The stamp is slightly larger, so if you want to make this into a card, you will have to make a custom envelope for it. Otherwise, I really think this is great for scrapbooking. All right, so that finishes off all the new products. So I'm going to show you guys the freebie. I have a little bit of fur from my cat on there. And this is the freebie. It's a big set. And you get this if you spend $125 or more. Just creates a little aviator glass scene with a mountainscape and a beach scene. Also perfectly sized to be a badge for your suitcase. We do have a couple new embellishments. So I'm gonna pop those out. We have a ton of, oh, and I can't believe I haven't said this yet, and my mom just said it. This entire collection would work fantastic for 4th of July cards. And I don't know why it took me this long to announce that, but I'm sure you guys already know. So we have a couple 4th of July mixes. This one is red, white, and blue gems with sprinkles inside. This one has like hearts with the American flag. Red, white, and blue gems. Let's see if I can adjust my lighting a little bit. Okay. Some all blue. I thought this would be nice for like lake scenes. More red, white, and blue pearls. Oh, this one's in the card kit. I guess I forgot to put this in with the Adventure Awaits card kit, but you'll get this mix with that kit. This is like an evergreen set. I love all the different shades of green. Then we have an all green mix for trees. We have an all brown mix, which I thought would be nice with the suitcases. We have a couple yellows for the tents and the Corvettes. More red, white, and blue, Americana. And then some yellow and green and some dark blues. So shout out to my dad for scooping all of those gems for me. think now we can move on to the card samples. Oh, and I forgot to show you. This is what the outline of the United States looks like, and you just pop in all of your individual states. Okay. So I'm going to pause for a second and see if there's any questions. Thank you, and thanks for joining me. Fun sets. Thank you, Judy. All right, let's keep going. We're down to the fun part of the showcase. So let's start with this suitcase. And this one features the pop-up suitcase with the travel essentials. And am I a little bit blurry? Can you guys see this? Yeah, I think we're good. On my end, it looked a little blurry, but I think we're okay. See if I can adjust the lighting a little bit. All right. So this one features the hat, the passport, the map from the travel essentials. Then I just used some pattern paper I found at Michael's, and this card does stand upright. It's not a card. This one's actually one of those albums that I'll show you, but this can fold flat. But it does stand upright, and it is held down with these little crisscross things. So basically you would pull the straps out of that, fold up, fold down, and you have one large trifold. And if you wanted to fold flat, you would take this piece out. You wouldn't add the box, but the box is really fun. Again, kind of going back to scrapbooking, back to the mini album days. And you can untie your twine and open it up to reveal a file folder. And inside, I have my little photo corners. So you can just slip in a 3x4 photo, or you can journal. You can add a note with the date of the photo, and yeah, you can fit, I think, like 7 or 8 photos into this. You can add even more layers too. I didn't add them all the way in there. So yeah, it's really, I thought, a cute idea. And the box, if you saw our live last week, you can use the box by itself as well. And a lot of people are asking if you can fit ATC cards in there. You definitely can. You can put candy inside. What else? Gift cards, embellishments. And then that just ties back up. There's also room for a photo down here. I didn't glue this camera all the way, so I can slip in a photo. And then it just closes up. Just like that. All right, and let me show you a suitcase that folds flat. So here is one I created that's California inspired. So like I said, every badge, there is only one badge that represents one state, but there are several badges you can use in combination to really focus in on one specific state. So in this case, I did do the California badge, but I also added the film strip, the movie clapper, this little tag at the top that's dangling with a palm tree, and I used my Copic markers to create the sunset in the background. The sun hat from the Travel Essentials, I really love the Travel Essentials sets because they're nice large images and they fill the card nicely. There's the aviator glasses, that's the freebie. And then I did a bear because California has a bear on its flag. I also did the hippie van because there's, hippies in California. Also did the airplane. I thought that was cute. All right, now this one is attached with a magnet. So in the suitcase bundle, you will get 10 sets of magnets, which are nice because it keeps it nice and, closed. And then you can fold it for mailing. I would still definitely mail these in a bubble mailer, but they definitely flatten very nicely. So I'm going to open that up again. It's held on by a magnet. I don't know if you can hear the snap there. But again, this goes up, this goes down, and then you have an area to write a message or to add your photos. Or yes, you can also add a gift card. You can also add a candy bar inside if you wanted to. All right, now let's show some books, because it wouldn't be a showcase video without at least one book. So this one features the stacked suitcases and the little suitcase from the vintage road trip die set. Also, the sentiment "Your journey has just begun" is included with the suitcase set. And then on the inside, we have the A7 road trip map. Again, that's included in the card kit. And I put a magnet on this map. This was my mom's idea. And so that's keeping it shut, but you can fold it open to reveal the station wagon, which is super cute. All right, and then on this side, we have the vintage road trip dies, as well as some of the road sign images. The Bon Voyage is included in the road trip map set. And this is just a really cool scene. My dad loved this book. Here's another book. This one features the hiking gear. And again, there's just a lot of detail in every single set in this collection. That's why it did take a little bit longer to illustrate this one, is because there is, you know, upwards of 10 layering dies per piece here. Love the shoe. The shoe is my absolute favorite image from the whole camping bundle. The Life with Use and Adventure is also included in this set. And then on the inside, we have a camping scene where you can write a message above. I combined the trees from the two camping sets. They work together really nicely. And then on this set, I put a red, white, and blue camper. Just added some clouds up there to break up the green. All right, so now I'll share some scrapbook albums, and I'm gonna see if I can out a little bit. Nope, I cannot. See if I can move out a little bit, because these are 12 by 12 layouts, so they are quite large. I think that's all I can do, so let me pull this down a little bit. And it's still not quite in frame, but you guys get the gist here. I put these into some frames that I purchased from Amazon. These are not glass, these are acrylic, so they're really nice and lightweight, and I can hang them on my, oh no, I got it stuck. I can hang them on my grid wall at my shows. Just gonna secure that a little bit better. So here's the first layout. Again, I pretty much used all of the camping dies to create this. These are images from North Carolina. And then this is the complementing spread. I don't know if I can get them both on camera, and there is a glare there, so I'm gonna hold that up and hold this one up a little bit. But that is what it would look like in a traditional album. And I know a lot of these images might seem pretty small, but if you use a few of them, you can really decorate your scrapbook albums beautifully. And if you choose a nice pattern paper like this one, you don't have to add a lot. And I think that's always been a problem with me when it comes to scrapbooking, is I tend to overdo a lot of my layouts, but I think this is a great example of just letting the paper kind of do its job. But yeah, I just added some North Carolina photos. There's the aviator glasses, that's the freebie. And then I just made a little camping scene at the bottom with the camper, the propane tank, and the grill. So obviously these are layouts, but I think when you put them in little frames like this, you can hang them on your wall and they make excellent decor in your house. do have another scrapbook spread that I'll show you, but I'm going to do another card. Actually, I'll do the projects that my mom and I worked on in the live. This is usually tied with a bow, like this one is. I'm sure you guys get the point there. But you would untie it, and there is your pocket accordion. I did use the pattern paper that coordinates with the car that's on the front. So that's really cute. And then this one is plain. You can just put candy inside it. And that one features the station wagon. I made a couple slimline staircases. And this tree is a little bit crooked there, but I just created a camping scene. Love combining those camping sets together because you can do a lot. And I'm gonna pull this back down a little bit so I can zoom a little bit more on these cards. Love the text on the bear sign. It's actually debossed, but you can clearly read what that says. Use some of my pattern paper on this staircase as well. And usually with my slimline staircases, I put a backer, but I honestly thought it was good without one, so I just left it as a staircase. All right, let's share some more suitcases. This one features the hiking gear and the national park badges. This one just reminds me of like a little Cub Scout briefcase, like a little laptop case. It's just so cute. So I have Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, a compass, a hiking boot, an Explorer tag, and a moose. And this one again is held on a magnet. So you can open it up like so. And I did have a photo in here, but I guess I dropped it somewhere. But you can, see if I can get, you can just stick a photo in the middle and also down here. So I love that this pop-up doubles as an album. Like we've never done that before. And because it ended up that way, we decided, you know, let's just make a couple scrapbooking projects with this collection. So again, there's a magnet. I did hide Happy Camper down there. And that just closes it off. Here is my international suitcase, and this one I am going to put photos in. I'm going to keep this one because these are the European countries that I have been to. I've been to the UK, France, and Germany. So those are the countries I chose for this suitcase. I found some map paper in my stash, and then I used the camera from the Travel Essentials die set to make a little disposable, what are they, kiosk? I forgot the name of them, but they're just disposable cameras, and it just so happened to match the German flag, which was really cute. So this one is held down with that Visa tag, so I'll slip that out, and here's the inside. I did add Bon Voyage at the top, and again we have another box that is held with a tie, so you can either tie these to keep them closed, or you can use magnets. All right, so there's that one. And the die also includes these little file folder markers, so if you want to put the date or the country you went to on the top, that would be cute. And then again, you can stick your photo into those corners. All right. We have another staircase. This one my mom made with the vintage road trip as well as some of the road trip signs. So this is very Americana, super masculine. I think my dad would love this card. And again, these ones stay upright and they do fold upwards for mailing. This straight was actually created with the die that usually goes on the top of the staircase so you can pop up your different pieces. But instead, she put the the strip at the bottom and added yellow behind to make it look like a road. And again, left it open, didn't need anything in the back in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna show you that other scrapbook layout that I made. And I'm gonna have to move the camera up again. And I will tilt these so that you don't see the glare from my lights. But this one, I used obviously a lot of different sets, including the USA badge, the travel essentials, the road trip A7 map, which I used on both spreads. I think that's the key to compositions for layouts, is just kind of repeating some of the same elements. So I'm going to show you these individually real quick. But that's the overall spread. And these photos I took in Nevada, North Dakota, and Utah. So this is Hoover Dam. Went rafting. But yeah, I thought that was cute. You can also add a little bit of journaling on this, would be really cute. And here's where I was saying that I used a lot of those badges as stickers. And I have so many more in that box, so I'll be using those in my travel journal in my next couple videos. So that's the first layout. And here's the second one. Added the same map with the vintage Corvette, the gas pump, the traffic light in the corner. And there's the stacked suitcase again. Really, I love how large that one is. And the suitcase there at the bottom. Thank you, Sue. I had a lot of fun making these layouts, and I'm almost inclined to have all of my upcoming summer collections also work for scrapbooking, just because, you know, you tend to scrapbook more often when you travel. And so my goal is to definitely do an Alaska theme next year. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, and then I think we only have 2 more projects left. And I have to show you this cabin. This is probably the coolest card my mom has ever made. So this is the storefront, which we haven't done a sample with this pop-up in a while. So I'm glad to bring it back. And she used the base die, cut it from some like log pattern paper, and made a cabin out of it. She made the camper into an Airstream. Isn't that adorable? Then she glued the trees onto the roof so that when the card folds flat, you know, everything fits in an envelope. And she popped up the trailer, the camper. She made this little square. I'm sure you guys can figure out how that's made. But isn't that so creative? So that's the front. And then on the side, we have the camping chairs with the table setting, the propane tank in the grill, and then on the back, we have your next adventure awaits. Mom, are you seeing how much praise you're getting for this card? I told you guys, this is the best card of the entire night. I can't wait to put this up in the booth. All right, now we have one final suitcase. And this is my USA 4th of July suitcase. This is like all-encompassing, kind of representing the entire collection here. I just love these badges. I love how like kind of hippie they are, and I love camping. Isn't that just adorable? Use the pattern papers from the Adventure Awaits paper pad. Added the Statue of Liberty, Are We There? Isn't that adorable? And you can swap out Are We There, you can do You're Great or Thank You. This one is held with the I Love Camping and the Are We There. So I'll slip that out. And we got some more pattern paper on the inside. And the paper is pretty busy, but once you break it up with some solid colors, it looks really cool. And this box is magnetized, as you can see. And this one I made with not as strong magnets as what I'm currently selling. So if you were to make this design, you can do it with 1 or 2 magnets. In this case, I had to use 3 magnets, but it does hold your entire file folder system. And again, I cut them from the pattern paper. So that would be an awesome 4th of July gift. So yeah, that finishes off the showcase. Again, I apologize for the switcheroo very last minute. I was really hoping my premiere would go up as planned, but the internet here is just kind of weird. The upload speeds are next to none, but I'm glad the live went well. I was a little bit worried about that. My son's birthday is on the 4th of July. Well, that's perfect for him. Love the magnets. Yes, I really enjoyed using magnets. I do sell them in the shop, so if you want to check those out, you get a set of 10, I think, for like $7 or $6. So yeah, I will stick around a little bit longer to see what your feedback is, if you have any questions. Does anyone have a specific like favorite product? I'm also going, or my mom's gonna announce the winner of the $25 gift card, which she just said, so thank you, Mom. Yes, so if you haven't commented yet, leave a comment. She'll draw a random winner. Thank you, Judy. See you in August at Expo. Yes, I will be at Greenville and Schaumburg in August. Hi, Virginia. Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep the live open until my actual video posts. Yes, there is a ton of itty-bitty pieces. That's why I kind of took my time going through those badge sets, because, like I said, there's close to 50 dies in those sets. Yeah, I'm so glad. I've had some support for Alaska, and I feel like it's such a specific theme, but I can incorporate just general mountains and fishing, and you know, I think it would be a cool collection. And then the year after, I'll probably do Hawaii. All right, is there any more questions? Where do you live in Alaska? That is very cool. Yeah, I try to plan a little bit ahead. I'm currently working on the fall and Halloween collection, so, oh, Ketchikan, cool. I went to Alaska when I was very young. I don't remember anything, but I'm hoping to go to Alaska next year. Yeah, Virginia, Hawaii seems a little bit farther out, but I hope to one day go to Hawaii as well. Congrats, Shirley, you're the winner of our $25 gift card. So all you have to do is shoot me an email, and I will send that over to you. All right, thank you all for joining me. Thank you to my mom, who was very helpful answering questions and leaving links. The collection is completely live. Like, you can go shop, find your goodies, and remember, all the bundles are 10% off through the weekend. Yes, Virginia, I'm literally filming this in my camper. We're in Texas. We'll be in Texas for a couple more days, and then we're going to Colorado for 2 weeks. So that's kind of like the vacation part of this. trip. And I hope to document it. Taylor and I have not really been filming anything or taking any photos, but I'm gonna force him because I want to make more scrapbook layouts. Thanks, Virginia. We will. We're gonna have a great time. And we have the cats with us, which was definitely interesting, getting them from Florida to Texas. But they're adjusting really well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Thank you all for joining me tonight. And once I post my actual video, go ahead and leave another comment on that video, give it a like, and you'll enter into the chance to win a $50 gift card. And I will draw the winner for that in about 2 weeks. Yes, camper cats. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming.